everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I'm your host, Darien.
I'm your other host, Landon.
Today, we got a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, and we got games. You name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how have you been?
I've been doing pretty good. I applied to Marvel Spider-Man 2. I don't know if we talked. I guess we talked about that in
I think we did.
yeah, in our review of Marvel Spider-Man 2. Go check that out. Um, I don't know. Really, nothing's new for me this week. Yeah, nothing. So a little
All right,
boring
man.
week for me. How have you been doing though?
Did pretty good. Got to go to a movie screening. It was fun. Um, Waiting in line for an hour and a half wasn't fun. It was
Oh,
good.
really?
I got there 2 hours before the movie started, and I got good seats. I got the seats I wanted. We were the second group in line.
Who was ahead of you? I guess they were bigger
Just like a
fans.
couple. It's a couple, some guy and a girl.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were like Blumhouse fans. They got a Blumhouse thing. They get sent to screenings all around the U.S. by Blumhouse.
Oh, wow.
They're like VIP. And so we were there second in line. I got seats. I picked seats directly in the middle of the theater, like middle row, middle of the row. Like it was great.
Oh, just like the best seats.
Yeah,
Yes. There's nothing that makes it better. There's nothing better than like just a perfect seat.
yeah. It's really nice theater too. Anyway, that's I did that. Also watched an episode of a show that we will be reviewing in a moment, which blew my mind at the end.
Oh, yes.
It blew
Yes.
my mind, and it also blew the TVA's mind,
Mm.
but in a different way. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that now, which is season 2, episode 4 of Loki. Um, Continuing. Okay, I'll go ahead and say this first off before I say spoilers or anything. I think this continues the trend of episode 4 as being the best episode.
Yes, by far.
Um, so yeah, spoilers for Loki season 2, episode 4, Heart of the TVA. Yeah, what do you think of this episode going into it? What were you thinking?
I was
I know you saw it oh,
just an
I guess
hour
today.
ago.
Yeah, not that
Yeah.
long ago. I saw it literally when it dropped.
Yeah. I don't know. I just never came around to just watching it, and I'm kind of regret I didn't because
Well,
this is
I'll tell you.
fantastic. This
Yeah.
is fantastic. Very high expectations because everybody was talking about how good it was, how it was the best of the three or best of the
And
four. I
would
mean,
you say it had a cliffhanger to make sure opinion? There's some people talking about this. Do you think that was like an Infinity War level cliffhanger?
excuse me. It
It's like
was,
almost the exact same thing. Like, oh my god, is everything destroyed? Did everyone die? What just happened?
yeah. Did everyone die? Well, at least I'd say Infinity War was bigger because you actually saw it happen.
True.
This you just see a close up of Loki's eye. Well, you see, I don't know. I mean, do you want? Should we go
I mean, we
in
already
depth
said
with the
spoilers.
spoilers? Okay, we see dang Victor Timely die, get turned to some Alfredo,
Yep.
and then
He
next
who low mains.
he who low mains. That's so stupid. And then like, I mean, then you get a close up of Loki's eyes, seeing the freaking what is it called?
The
The
loom.
the
The loom.
loom. Yeah. The loom explode. Dude. And then close up of Loki's eye, and that's it. That's the episode.
Crazy.
Have fun. Gets
Yeah,
the credit.
it was crazy. So yeah, okay, let's go pick up the biggest stuff. I'm not gonna break down this whole episode because really I'm not gonna say it's like a lot. This isn't a bad thing when I say this. There's a lot of like talking. So it's not like
Yeah.
major stuff to break down, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, you need character growth and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh
And I
yeah.
heard
Yeah.
that
Not at all.
next episode is a very character driven episode. So I'm interested to see what that's about. I think we'll see Mobius's backstory next episode.
Oh
Um,
yeah, definitely.
but uh,
What what if it exploded and sent everyone like to their
like where they
respective
came from. Yeah,
timelines? Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. There's apparently concept art going around right now, and it was also in one of the posters, but it was only the back of it. There's concept art going around of a new Loki outfit with like horns and everything. Um, and so apparently that's supposed to be happening. So, I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, I have not seen that.
um, But yeah, that's happening. Anyway, this episode, you get Victor Timely in the TVA, right? I love Victor Timely. He's my favorite Kang variant so far, and I was kind
I
of
do.
upset when he died.
I do too.
He
I
was like, "Time to be brave." I was like, "Yeah, let's go," and then he got
love-
noodled.
oh, oh, I should have been brave.
That's the third time that somebody has been noodled in the MCU. First was Mr. Fantastic, then it was that giant Ant-Man in Quantumania. That was Victor Timely.
Kevin
It's also
Feige.
Kang is now 0 for 3 in the MCU.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I read a theory about that real quick. Everyone's saying like Kang keeps getting defeated. He's not even that powerful. I read a theory that there's the big Kang, the main big bad one. He's the one that's controlling all this, and like he's making these other variants die in all these different ways, so he can be
uh,
evil.
I mean, possibly. I mean, I think Kevin Feige has a noodle fetish, and
Noodle
so
fetish.
he's just I don't know. I mean, he's a lot of noodles recently, but I do like that theory you do bring up with his Kang's the one killing all the other Kangs or setting it up where they don't win.
Yeah,
I like that. I mean,
and it makes sense. It would make sense. That would make sense. Why all these other gangs keep dying? It's
oh
supposed to
yeah,
be this big bad force. Right, and Victor Timely isn't. He's not really Kang, but
it would be so cool if he came in and just killed the whole council, just like everyone that was in at the end of Ant-Man or whatnot, and
they all
just
die. Yeah,
yeah, it's just like within like a few minutes, 5 minutes, they're all out.
that would be crazy. But yeah, a lot of stuff happens in this episode though. OB gets to meet Victor Timely, and they hit it off. Victor Timely is obsessed with his hot cocoa machine.
Yeah, yeah, he's like hot cook,
The hot
cook,
cocoa machine, and he was like, "You're interested in this machine," and he gets to actually go taste it. Some good hot, look like good hot chocolate. Anyway, um,
I want some right now. I'm not doing so.
I know I was looking at it. I was like, man, um, but he gets some. He acted really weird when he got it. And I thought he was like gonna poison like the dude or something, but I was wrong.
I thought he did poison him because like as soon as that guy drinks it,
Yeah,
he gets um
prude,
probed. Yeah.
prude, not probed. That's different.
Oh, I said probed. Yeah, my bad.
That's very
Pruned.
different. Um,
Why not? I mean, it's just depends on where you stick it. I
win
guess. I don't
win in
know.
the TVA. Yeah.
I got
Um,
I got probed pruned. Oh,
um, that happens. That was interesting. I just like watching Jonathan Majors perform. It's fun.
he's always good.
Um, yeah. Um, there's this funny scene. I know I'm skipping around a lot, but there was a funny scene with him later when Miss Minutes was malfunctioning and getting shut down, and she was like, "Victor, there's something I need to." That like she was like glitching out and all this stuff. And
Mhm.
he goes, mocking people isn't very nice.
Shut
She
up.
thought she was making fun of his stutter. I
Yeah.
was like, man, it's funny. It's because he doesn't understand digital glitches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not fun to make fun of someone. He's so funny because he's like clueless, but like really intelligent.
Yeah. Um, but I'm just gonna hit a couple big things really. Um, Renslayer and Miss Minutes kill Docs and her crew. Besides X5, who joins Renslayer,
Yeah.
literally uses the orange box and crushes them. And Miss Minutes is
Oh yeah.
smiling the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think I
how's
liked
that?
it. I think I liked it how she was before.
Yeah.
Last 6 episodes.
Um, but we also get at the very beginning of the episode, we find out what Renslayer's secret was, which was that she was the Kang's right hand girl, I guess, the one that led his army and helped him build the TVA.
Yeah.
Which, uh, I mean, I guess I can't remember what my theory was, what her secret was, but I think I wanted it to be her to be a Kang variant.
Yeah, she's
But
part.
like I don't, but like that's not it. But I'm fine with. I mean, this makes sense comic wise. I mean, it's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, we learn about that, and let's see, they're trying to build this device to go put into the machine, fire it into the loom, whatever, and they're building it. They take the whole episode to build it, and there's a few scenes with Sylvie and Loki throughout it, and different stuff. Let's see. They go, they get the thing built. The loom is destabilizing. We also have a little callback to episode 1. Loki from the past shows up, which we saw in that episode of him there in the future.
Oh yeah,
Um,
as soon as I saw the whole like setup of Sylvie being locked in the door, I'm like, oh my god, it's about to
yeah,
happen.
yeah, and it did. And he shows up and all stuff, and it was actually Loki that pruned him, so we were right with that.
Yeah.
It was Loki that pruned past Loki, and Sylvie opens the door, and she's like, "What?" He said, "Everything will make sense." And then he goes to answer the phone. This is the funniest misdirection ever, because everyone's like, "Who's calling on the phone? Who could it be?"
Yeah.
And he literally picks up the phone and goes, "Hello," and it's Obi. And he
Hey,
was
where do you
like, "There
at?
you are." And I was like, "Wow, okay."
That's literally it.
Um, but they're ready. They need He Who Remains aura. So Victor Timely is still in there with Renslayer. So he's like, Moby's like, I can shut down the power and it shut down Miss Minutes, so you guys can get in there and get them and go. Um, but it'll get down the security measures that stops magic in the TVA. And both Sylvie and Loki look at each other and scream into the phone, "Turn it off."
Yeah.
So we get to see a little bit of magic being used. Sylvie enchants X5's mind, distracts Renslayer, and Loki runs in, grabs Victor Timely, and they get out. Get to the area where the loom is, that scan his aura, and then Loki's getting ready to go down and put on the spacesuit and go out. They warned that there's too much temporal radiation on the platform than there was when Mobius went out, so it's very dangerous, and you get out there quick.
Yeah.
And Loki's getting ready to do it. Victor Timely's like, "No, I should do it. It's time for me to be a hero. And plus, if something goes wrong, I know about this. I can fix it."
Yeah.
And so he puts on the suit, and they're getting ready. The door opens, and he runs out, turns the spaghetti.
Just immediately. It's like it's such like a build up too, because you're ready for it to be like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
runs out, and he just screams and turns to
yeah.
noodles.
It's like as soon as those doors open, he just melts.
That was like I remember when I saw that, I was just like, I put my hands on my head. I was like, "You kidding me?"
I was like, what? Like it was
Like
crazy.
it was just like in the silence after, you just hear the rumbling of the loom and stuff, and it's going up to everybody. And they're like, "What just happened?" And so he's like, "It's over. We lost." And so like even the machine they built and everything was gone.
Yeah, all of it.
Um, yeah, and they're like, "It's too much radiation out there. We can't do this." And then the loom explodes. Excuse me. And it literally like implodes on itself, and then you see like the energy coming out, and everyone's like terrified, and light it's getting brighter, screen's shaking, and it goes up to Loki, and it's zooming in on his face, and Loki turns his face as the light gets brighter, and it goes black. And this is black, and then it's credits, and that was it. I was like, "You what?"
It was a good thing I did watch this today as we are recording, because I don't have to wait as long.
Still gotta wait.
I still gotta wait, but only what? Well,
But that
technically,
is okay. Tell me this: does this trump the ending of episode 4 of season 1, which was when Loki got pruned, and you find out the timekeepers are robots, and like
oh,
Mobius also got pruned in that episode. I thought that episode was crazy, but like I feel like this, just like the ending is,
it's just yeah. I wasn't expecting that. Like, there's a part of me thinking like I was like, it just seems like too easy. You
yeah,
know, like their plan just worked perfectly, and there's something that has not happened yet.
yeah.
That was maybe waiting for like a backstab reveal with Victor Timely, maybe like
That's
he
what
is
I thought
actually
with the
been.
hot chocolate thing.
Yeah,
But still, I mean, Loki still takes the crown as I can say this now. It's episode 4. I mean, we have 2 episodes left. This is my favorite season of a Disney Plus show so far.
favorite show. Or just
I mean, yeah, Loki is my favorite show. I mean,
Loki's your favorite show, though. No longer WandaVision.
yeah. WandaVision's second. Maybe third. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch Moon Knight.
Well,
I don't know.
you
I
know
gotta
what?
rewatch
I
Moon
agree with you. I wouldn't say a second season of WandaVision. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Knight. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I like a second
I
season
mean,
of Moon Knight though.
But Loki is just constantly good.
Yeah. And I do want to put I keep talking Moon Knight, but I want to point this out. The directors of this episode and the first episode directed what episode? Second episode of Moon Knight.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
So so they did that. But that it's also weird because that's a huge juxtaposition in quality because that episode is also the one where it was like the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee episode.
Oh, that is that episode. Ugh. They improved. They did great.
Um,
I need to rewatch Moon. I remember not hating it. I remember actually kind of liking it, but
yeah, I mean I liked it, but like I don't know, I do need to rewatch it as well.
I
But
remember I do
yeah,
have couple changes with it.
yeah, um, yeah, that's Loki season 2 episode 4. I can't wait to see what happens to episode 5. Um, I don't want to
Uh,
wait, but I have to. I guess we rate it out of 10.
yeah.
Uh, I mean,
Dare I
yeah. I mean, I want to give it a. There's really nothing wrong with it. Like, can't think of anything I didn't like.
No, I thought the pacing was pretty good. Very suspenseful. Emotion was there.
I gotta give it a 10.
Um,
I gotta give it a 10.
that's
Especially for
why I
the
did.
ending. The ending alone, I gotta give it a 10.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, W episode. Cannot wait to see what happens next week. And I know the finale is already going to be insane. So I don't know what's
Oh
up.
yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that was Loki season 2, episode 4. All right, let's get on to the news. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Yeah, tickle my throat. Um, we got a strike update. This is a good update. We got some new news of it. And that is, we find it somewhere. I'm gonna find it. Okay. So the actors and the studios have been meeting over the past week, and it's been going well apparently. SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP talks are reportedly, quote, in the final stretch. No deal as of tonight of the recording this, but anything could change as talks will resume during this week. Apparently, none of the CEOs showed up for the last couple days, which is a good sign because they've been there the whole time. And they also started bringing in legal teams, so it looks like they're ratifying a deal, a contract.
So that's good.
So we're about to be
Wait,
strike
wait.
free.
I'm waiting for something bad to happen though.
Yep.
Waiting for something. It's
Because
like
if it
something.
doesn't end by the end of this upcoming week, if they haven't if they're still negotiating, which I don't think they will be, if they're still negotiating, then the strike's being postponed until January.
Good
Or
God.
like the deal. Yeah. But so we'll just have to see, but I think it's fine. Um
Yeah.
and strike wise, they did announce that if it ends this week, Deadpool 3 will be able to start filming in January. So
Oh,
it most likely won't get pushed to 2025. So
please don't. Well, why continue filming in January? Why not just continue?
because they got to get all the crew back together and everything and get everything set back up ready.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, that's an update on the SAG strike. Wish them best of luck that and hopefully they get their deal this week.
Yep.
Another update on Jonathan Majors this time. Oh yeah,
Good one or bad?
both.
Oh God.
It's always fun. He got one of his movies pulled off Disney Plus called Magazine Dreams. I mean, it was pulled from the schedule. That is one thing. I'm trying to find where a good article. Okay, this is from. I'll go Variety. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll do Hollywood Reporter. All right. After Grace Jabari, ex-girlfriend Jonathan Majors accused the actor of assault on March 25th. It's been a long time since that happened. No charges would be filed against her while one outside expert points to it as a publicity stunt. Meanwhile, Majors, through an attorney, called the DA's decision not okay. I skipped something. What happened? Wait. Okay. Yes. So Wednesday, I guess it was this past Wednesday, she was arrested.
For what?
For like aggravated assault, all this stuff like that. Misdemeanor assault and misdemeanor criminal mischief. On suspicion of that, she was arrested.
Yeah, yeah. Well, oh, suspicion. Okay. Well, still, if she wants to win
Yeah.
that case with a freaking movie star, I'd say she better keep her nose clean. You know, I'm not saying I sided with her. I'm just saying
But
if that's
she was arrested because of this incident.
Oh, okay, okay. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
And Majors, through an attorney, called the DA's decision. The DA decided not to prosecute her. They're not going to press charges. And
Huh.
the Majors, apparently through an attorney, called the DA's decision not to prosecute Jabari and continue the case against him a, quote, serious injustice. Jabari surrendered for arrest at the 10th Precinct of Manhattan on Wednesday on suspicion of misdemeanor assault and misdemeanor criminal mischief. The arrest occurred in relation to a cross complaint Majors had filed against her in June. Majors faces misdemeanor charges of harassment and assault in his own case, which is scheduled to go to trial November 29th. Let's see here. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office is officially declined to prosecute the case against Rhys Boy because it lacks prosecutorial merit, and the case was closed and sealed for her. But from what I don't know if it's on here, it's not. From what we're hearing, apparently the defense attorneys, which I guess for Jonathan Majors have asked some evidence not to be shown in public, which also isn't like a bad sign. It's also like you don't want all the stuff out in the public.
Yeah.
But like apparently they've asked for some of it not to be shown public or leaked or whatever.
Yeah, you think we're missing something here? Because I feel like
they're keeping it all some of it secret. I don't think they're gonna
I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just think it's so weird they keep trying to hold him back. You know what I'm saying? But they like let her go constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that like I don't know. This whole thing's just weird, and we've seen so many things proving that he's innocent, and it just makes you think like either something we don't know about happened, and there's proof of it, or or they're really trying to screw over him for some type of gain. I don't know what that would be, but it's really strange.
Yeah. Seeing no, okay. Yeah, it's very interesting. And he's going November 29th is when he's gonna be going through the trial. They keep pushing it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all. I think there might be more, but they wanted Jonathan Majors and his people wanted to dismiss the trial, but the judge said it's gonna keep going. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I will you guys updated. Okay. Next up here, we're into the actual like big superhero related news. Even
All
though
right.
that it was technically it, but this is movie stuff. According to My Time to Shine, hello. In Captain America: Brave New World, which is supposedly the first movie of next year for Marvel, I guess will come out in July. So, Japan in the movie will have a great interest in adamantium, which is being mined from that giant celestial. And it'll apparently be the only country so far to have turned it into metal. Now, this has brought up a lot of theories, obviously a lot about Wolverine.
Oh
But
yeah.
then also some people are saying that we might maybe hear something about Silver Samurai.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, why not Silver Samurai? I mean, are they gonna? Are they gonna do just a remake of the Wolverine movie?
Right, maybe.
It sounds like to me.
But yeah, that's a little bit of information there. Throw it in there. This next thing is spoiler heavy for those of you who don't want to know it, because this movie does come out in like 11 days. But we know what one of the post-credit scenes for the Marvels is. And I'm going to talk about it. Now I'm going to talk about it very quickly, so you guys can mute and unmute in like 1 minute. So you can mute now. All right, the Marvel's post-credit scene. Apparently, I think you've heard about this, right?
Yes, we talked about it.
Yeah. Monica apparently gets transported to another universe, and
Oh yeah.
she's in the X mansion basement, like the whole metal-looking area. And she's in there, and she sees Kelsey Grammer's Beast from the X-Men movies, and
Yes.
also another variant of her mom, another version of Captain Marvel named Binary, and they're discussing stuff like her Beast and her. And I don't know how the scene plays out after that, but that's what we know. And it's okay. But the main takeaway is Beast.
Oh yeah.
W.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's an understatement too. I'm saying just W. I mean, that is a W, and it's played by what's his name again?
Kelsey Grammer. Frazier.
Instagram. Frazier. Exactly. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Just thought I'd throw it in there. I don't want to like talk about it more because these people need to unmute now. So we're gonna stop talking about it. But yeah, it comes out November 10th. I guess we'll see November 11th or something. I haven't got my ticket. I don't think I'll need to pre-order a ticket. I just need to
Just kind of be there early.
yeah. But yeah, there's that. Um, excuse me. Still have this thing in my throat. I don't understand. The next two pieces of news are from Daniel RPK. First one is a W. All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Thor 5 is officially in development at Marvel Studios, and Marvel is currently searching for a new director to helm the film, meaning Taika Waititi will not return.
That's fantastic to hear. I love that
They
idea.
yeah, they needed to post like a post credit scene in Thor: Love and Thunder, like re-edit it, put a post credit scene like so the words pop up. Taika Waititi will not return.
We are terribly sorry this will not happen again.
We're sorry.
Love Kevin.
I saw the most heinous take on Twitter. Somebody saying that Ragnarok was awful and they hate it so much, but they love Love and Thunder. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I can't be right.
It's rough. But yeah, Thor 5 is happening. I hope they go back to like a more mature kind of tone with Thor. I'd like to see that.
It needs to be a good balance. Like I don't want
Thor
him
type
to be
thing.
a little goofball. Like, I'm okay with a couple of nice jokes in there, but they just gotta make the world really interesting. And I think luckily that is what Taika Waititi was good with.
Can't believe
It
you
was
say it
making like the
randomly.
whole environment really interesting. You know?
That's true. I also okay. I know that the producers of Loki had talked about this, and I hope it happens. They said this story is leading up to Loki reuniting with Thor.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see that so bad. I will cry when that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They like a big brother reunites. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But how that happens, it probably be during like Secret Wars or something.
Oh yeah. When it happens too.
Yeah. But I'd like to see that. But Thor, yeah, definitely go from more mature. Take Thor. Make it cool. Introduce some more gods or something like that. Hercules. Oh, wait. It's gonna be a darker tone, and we're gonna have Hercules versus Thor. I'll be there day one, day -1. I'll be there. Day before movie comes out.
I'll be there Thursday night.
Yes.
Except
Nah,
when
I'll
I get
watch
my
that.
early tickets, and I'll be there at the premiere of
The
the
premiere.
movie.
You're going to California.
Yep.
Wow.
Surprise.
But I don't see this movie coming out for a while. It'll be out, but like before Secret Wars probably, but
Oh
not
yeah.
in the next few years. Secret Wars won't even be out until like I don't know, 5, 6 years from now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, 4 5. Got some Sony information. According to Daniel RPK, a live action Miles Morales film is currently being developed at Sony, and they're also currently looking for a writer.
I mean, do you want? I'll
What
well one.
story are they going to do?
Yeah, one great idea. Two, I wonder if they're going to do this bit like the Spider-Man villain styles, where it's its own solo thing, or they're going to have it where it's part of the MCU.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to see it. MCU. We heard that was the rumor.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause
I don't know.
Tom's kind of doing it, which I don't know how,
Yeah,
because I,
and you're Spider-Man, dude.
oh, if I got that role, dude, I'd, I'd want, I'd do whatever,
Yeah.
like a,
Um. But yeah. They're doing a live action Miles movie. I'm not sure what the story would be. I don't know for certain what they could go for. I feel like I've seen every Miles story. This is me personally. Like, I can't imagine like what they could do with this character. Like, I mean, like they could do stuff with him, but like unique story wise. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't read much of Miles stuff, but I don't know, man. If they can get the good writers in there, I mean, because clearly Sony trust. I mean, everything Miles Morales has been in recently has been nothing but fantastic.
yeah,
Uh, Such as the Marvel Spider-Man 2 game, Across the Spider Verse. I mean, I'm ready for I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped
Speaking
for
of
it.
Across the Spider-Verse, it'll be on um Netflix on Tuesday.
Oh yes, so man, here's the news on that.
Yep,
I like it.
I'll be rewatching it.
Oh yeah, I will be.
I notoriously did not like the movie as much as I liked the first one, but I will. I haven't because I only watched it once and it was in a bad theater.
I I actually did rewatch. I bought the 4K Blu-ray,
Of course.
and
Okay.
yeah, I did, and I loved it. And
I'll be buying the 4K Blu-ray of Five Nights at Freddy's.
well, you enjoy that. I'll be waiting. I'll be watching it on Peacock. That's what I'll be doing, as I did today.
That's true. It's free on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miles Morales movie happening. That's cool.
Yeah.
Got some great information regarding Daredevil Born Again. You know, recently lost literally all of its crew.
Yeah.
Well, it now has a showrunner, the very first MCU showrunner. By the way, now has a showrunner and it has directors. The showrunner is Dario Scartapane, who was the showrunner for the Netflix Punisher show.
That's good.
Yeah, so he'll be the showrunner for Daredevil Born Again, and the directors will be Justin Benson, or directors, I guess some of the episodes, I mean not all of them, but Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who are the two guys who directed episodes 1 and 4 of season 2 of Loki. So the newest episode we just watched. And once they will be directing some of the Daredevil episodes.
Yeah, I'd say Daredevil is the biggest project they have to make sure is good.
Oh, that's Blade. Fantastic Four.
Well, show wise, because you have that previous. Obviously, I mean, you have what it was previously on Netflix.
Yeah, that show's great.
That sucks. People are gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing they got the right showrunner for it.
Yeah,
they literally
definitely.
got one of the Netflix Marvel showrunners. And Punisher too.
Oh,
Get some good Punisher scenes in here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's a little bit of Daredevil news there. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Now it's unclear if it's still going to be 18 episodes or not. So we'll have to see.
Yeah,
I hope it is because
do what they think. Do what they think is good. Because I mean, you know,
like also 18 episodes is a lot. So like,
yeah, I mean, don't force the many episodes if you don't want it to be just all filler. You know, do stuff that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. And then all right, on to the final piece of Marvel news, which is from the Cosmic Circus, who are reputable. Alex from CC is him on Twitter if you want to follow him. He is very good. He's got some exclusive Fantastic Four information. We know what the working title is and what will be happening apparently in the film at points. Because I think it went through some sort of rewrite. I can't remember.
I think
anyway,
it did.
It got a new writer. I know that. Let's see. All right. While we wait for official confirmation on who will be part of the cast for the film, Cosmic Circus can reveal some information regarding production. According to their sources, the working title for Marvel Studios is using for the upcoming Fantastic Four film is Blue Moon. Not the alcohol. Just the word. Anyway.
Oh no. I mean, makes sense. They went. I'm not saying they trying to go to the moon, but they went to space.
And from what I'm reading here, it seems they will be going to space in this movie.
Oh yeah, I forget film. So yeah, going to space again. Something.
Yeah. The original rumor was that it would take place in the '60s, which still could. Yeah, we don't know for sure.
I hope that sounds great.
Sound a little muffled, by the way. So, you know.
Oh, sorry. So is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
it's fine. All right. The fellow writer and colleague Ayla Ruby wrote an article working titles about Avengers films. Working titles like a code name. When casting calls go out or when making deals, the code name will be used instead of the project name to help keep things quiet. Working titles at Disney and Marvel can be nods to comic lore or even just in jokes. And Blue Moon alludes to comic lore that ties into the history of Marvel's first family. It also gives us some clues with the Marvel story Marvel Studios seeks to tell about them. In Marvel Comics, millions of years ago, the Skrulls discovered the planet Hala, home to two races, the Kree and the Koktadi. Test which race was superior to share their secrets with, the Skrulls used the Earth's moon as a Skrull colony testing site for the Kree and the Koktadi. The Kree would build an area known as the Blue Area of the Moon, which was a thriving city and metropolis, while the Koktadi managed to grow life on the surface of the moon. Let's see, blah blah. And the moon decayed. If this event would mark the start of the centuries-long story of the Kree/Skrull War in the comics, but it's highly unlikely that's what Marvel intends to cover in their film. Prior to that lore, the blue side of the moon made its debut on one of the Fantastic Four's earliest outings in 1963 as mere ruins of an ancient civilization. In the comics, the Fantastic Four traveled to the blue side of the moon after a meteor fragment from the area was discovered by Reed Richards. It is in that very comic that the being known as Uatu the Watcher makes his comics debut, as his home is in this very area of the blue side of the moon.
Huh.
So we're gonna see the Watcher, most likely, live action. It also seems to indicate that the blue area of the moon may serve as one of the more important settings of the movie. When asking our sources about the possible connection between the title and this story, our sources are able to confirm that Marvel intends for the first family to make their debut in style by starting off with a grand cosmic adventure. Raised many questions, talking about if there are a handful of candidates that could step up to the plate as the first family's first villains. Rumors of possibility Galactus and his Herald being the villains of the film. Sources were unable to provide a straight answer. No update has been made on the Silver Surfer special that's supposedly in development. That was supposed to release prior to the Fantastic Four film. They're citing a standstill as new ideas develop for the film under new director Matt Shakman.
That's what I figured. I was like, I'm not going to hear anything on that Silver Surfer show up until this movie comes out.
Yeah. And there's also Uatu the Watcher, obviously, you're talking about that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's all the information we got. But, yeah. Fantastic Four stuff. I don't get that often.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got less than 1 minute in the meeting. So we gotta call. Let's into the Marvel news.
Yep.
I'm okay.
You can swing into Burger King and get a BK Kids meal with a spectacular Spider-Man toy. One per kids meal now at Burger King.
I'm okay.
Welcome back from your commercial break. We are here and we're going to talk about DC news. Starting off with some Blue Beetle information. So I always don't know if I'm saying it. I guess it's Angel. But Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle, has confirmed that he has had discussions with James Gunn about Jaime's future in the DCU. And this is what he said. He said, yeah, we've had conversations about it, and that's where he mentioned to me about the Booster Gold TV show that is coming up. Now, where does it fit? How's it going to play out? We haven't talked about that. But we have both talked about our interest in continuing Jaime's story, finding a way for that story to be a part of this new universe. If I get Blue Beetle and Booster Gold teaming up in his show, will literally. I don't even know what I'll do.
Just do it.
I don't even know what I'll do. That book is so. I think that's one of the ones that let you borrow, right? The Blue Beetle. I mean, not Blue Beetle. The Booster Gold book.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good. You need to read it. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm starting. I want to start that whole books tomorrow. Well, when I work.
Yeah, you should do that. You got to start with Authority.
Yeah.
I mean, you start with whatever. I don't really care.
Well, I'll start with Authority. I was going to do Superman Active Authority.
I mean, you can do. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just like. I know you know the least amount about Authority, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, Booster Gold. The Booster Gold show's gonna be great. I can't wait. I already know it. I just want to know. I want to know the same with most of these other DCU projects. I want to know who is working on it and who's playing who. It's gonna be a while, I guess.
Yeah.
What Booster Gold was like announced in the list of the stuff he named off, which seems like it's gonna be following in that order of stuff. With the release dates, I guess Booster Gold was like right before Swamp Thing. I can't remember.
I I believe so.
Yeah, so it might be a while before we see that. So
Yeah.
I guarantee that the DCU won't be putting out projects, but like maybe 2 a year, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't care. We get Creature Commandos next year. Literally, we're gonna get a trailer for that soon. And so,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
yeah, that's a little bit of Blue Beetle information there. Here's something I am so excited about. This has been a rumor for a while, but a Scarecrow movie is reportedly in the works at DC and will be set in the Reeves Batman universe.
I'll be there day one.
Me too. Now, if it was a Riddler movie, I'd be there day -5. I would get a preview.
I'd be there day 2. I'd probably skip a day.
Wow. But a Scarecrow movie set in the Reeves universe. It
Hey,
couldn't
that
get
sounds,
any better.
sounds like peak to me.
I hope they make it like a horror movie. I heard Mike Flanagan was supposed to work on it, and I don't know. Mike Flanagan's the guy who made Hill House, Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
Yeah.
And those shows, all those shows.
Yeah. Or that, yeah, that's like good. As it needs
Haunting
to
of Hill
be.
House is scary.
Oh yeah.
I've watched a few episodes. I had to watch one for a film class. There's one episode that's like all one shot the whole time.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Takes place at a funeral.
I love it. Feels like it's just like Scarecrow's like hallucinations of what he's done on people, and you see what people they say they saw.
Him testing fear and like have it like he's testing it on people in Arkham, maybe, or something like maybe Arkham's shut down, something like locked down or like exposed down or something. I don't know. He's got people trapped in there. I feel like something like that would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scarecrow movie is happening. It's exciting.
Yeah. I'll be there day one.
Yes. I have some sad news.
Oh.
The death has happened this week. And that is the death of actor Richard Mall. Richard Mall voiced Harvey Dent / Two-Face in Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures. He passed away October 26th.
Yes.
In Bear Lake, California. Let me see how he died. I don't know if there is a cause of death yet.
Yeah, I believe it was just
he was
causes.
Dude was 6'8".
Yeah, that's taller than me. That's a tall dude.
Trying to see. I'm not seeing anything about how he died. There must not be a cause of death yet. But yeah, he did voice Two-Face. Passed away peacefully at his home. So it says. So I don't know. Yeah. He passed away. Thoughts and condolences to the family. That's the second. This the second. Well, I guess it would be Kevin Conroy and now him.
No.
Was there another one?
Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Arlene Sorkin. Yeah.
Yeah.
You slipped my mind. I thought it's not the guy that played Penguin's still alive. I think.
Yeah. Obviously, Joker is still alive.
Yeah.
I think like another major one, but I think the guy who plays Gordon's still alive too.
Yeah, we lost Two-Face. He did a great job. Very sad to hear
Great
about his passing. But thoughts out to the family and friends during this sad time. All right. Here we go. Okay, 3 more pieces of DC news. First one, this is all coming from the account r/DCEU leaks, which sounds like a subreddit, which it is, but it's also an Instagram account, a Twitter account. And from what I've seen, I've been looking into them. They are very reliable. They put out stuff like 3 hours before My Time to Shine Hello posted it. And everyone's saying like they stole it from them and stuff. So there's controversy. But so we're gonna be using them as a source for a while. For DC related things. And this is the 3 pieces of news that they have revealed. First one is that the search for an actor to play Lex Luthor in the DCU will be resuming post-strike. They're said to be on the lookout for actors in their 30s who are, quote, physically imposing.
I like that idea. Yeah, like a Superman animated series.
They want somebody that looks like they could go toe-to-toe with Superman.
Yeah, animated series type. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Let's get Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
And then
just
we
get
can really
Joe-
recreate Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, Lex Luthor in live action.
Oh God. Ugh.
Or Dwayne Johnson,
Yeah, that sounds more accurate.
Black Adam. Hierarchy of power in Metropolis is about to change. Then he could really get his dream of fighting Superman.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, he wants Black Adam as Superman. He is very specific. You don't want to fight Superman. He wants to be Black Adam fighting Superman.
It's so full of it. Anyway, yeah, physically imposing Lex Luthor. I'm excited to see that. So, I mean, granted, I'm not saying that like David Cornsmith, the guy that's playing Superman, is like a little skinny guy, but he kind of is. He's not like tallest, most physically imposing looking guy. He looks like Superman. I mean, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like huge, but like having Lex Luthor be like this huge. I feel like it's
Beefy dude. Oh yeah.
they cast a guy that's taller than Superman. I feel like that's gonna throw it off a bit. I think that he'd be like the same height.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Same height.
Can you imagine Superman having to look up at Lex?
Hey, maybe, I mean, I think I'd be against that. If it
It'd
can't
just
be
be
like
kind of weird.
it can't be like my height and your height type difference. It needs to be like
Yeah. Well, that's the our height difference is the same height difference between Superman and Lois Lane in this movie.
ooh, really?
Yeah.
I think Lois
I
is
think
pretty tall.
maybe less. Not like you know what I mean. But like I know that David Cornsweet, I know that Rachel Brosnan is really short. David Cornsweet's very tall. It's tall. I think he's like 6'4", maybe. So I
Yeah.
don't
All right.
know. Yeah. Anyway, Lex Luthor is resuming post-strike, which hopefully is happening soon. The SAG-AFTRA, the actors put out a statement in between meetings. Saying that they met and they will be meeting with themselves and talking it over amongst themselves on Monday before coming together throughout the rest of the week. So looks like they're hopefully getting some stuff. They said the things they talked about were AI and residuals and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. DCEU Leaks also posted this. That a series centered around The Question is in early development for the DCU.
Day -50. That's what I'll be there.
It's got to be a detective. It's definitely. I mean, it's going to be a detective series.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
I
gonna be
love
great,
it.
and have him like kind of uncovering like this happened. If they're setting up New Frontier, which I'm pretty sure they are with the living island and stuff.
Yeah.
In that book, Martian Manhunter was the one that was uncovering like stuff about this island. He was like the
Yeah.
detective. He was a detective. He was disguised as one. I think they're gonna have The Question be in that role instead, and he's gonna be the one figuring this out.
Oh, I like that change.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see The Question. I wonder how they're gonna do it. I mean, obviously, you got to get his face can't be there. So I wonder if it's gonna be like prosthetics, or if it's gonna be CGI.
It's just meat.
I mean,
face.
prosthetic would make sense, right? Like had like a thing he could still see through it, maybe. But like also you also be able to see his mouth moving.
I guess they could do it similar how they did the Rorschach mask in Watchmen, where the guy just wears like a simple, somewhat like green screen kind of mask.
Yeah, or I mean, or in Doctor Strange too. Right, with Black Bolt and Doctor Strange with his mouth. Just do that with his whole face.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. They're going to have to cast a guy who can show emotions and show like act through body language.
Yeah, get a good voice actor.
So get Pedro Pascal. Hey, wait a minute.
Actually, dude, that's actually a pretty good cast. I actually like that. I would
I was
never
saying
thought
that
about
because he
that,
played the
but
Mandalorian, and because Mandalorian doesn't show his face. But
I
now that
want
I say it,
Pedro Pascal question, that actually sounds good.
Man. I just spoke something into existence that I didn't think I
I
would.
know. I know. Well, if it's not that, the show's like negative
Mid.
20 now.
No.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Definitely want to see who they get to work on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a list according to DCU leaks of other rumored projects which we have heard about and some we haven't. So I just got these up here. I don't know if all of these are from DCU leaks, but a lot of them are. Some of them are just like have been floating around. I got some screenshots. Let me pull them up. Okay. The question. Yep. Okay, they are from DCEU leaks, I think. I just lost it. Oh, hang on. Here we go. I found it. They're not from DCEU leaks.
Congrats. Who
Well,
are they
they
from?
are. Never mind, they are.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Congratulations.
Okay. First one, which we talked about, is they said we can exclusively report that a DCU project centered on the Rogues, the Flash villains, is in development. It'll be a crime heist series, and it'll most likely be in Chapter 2 of the DCU, not Chapter 1, which is Gods and Monsters. So like Captain Cold, Heatwave, Weather Wizard, Trickster, Mirror Master, stuff like that. All, like a show about them winning a heist. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
So that's one of them. A Wonder Twins project is in development for the DCU and will be likely part of Chapter 2. So the Wonder Twins.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
their pet monkeys, Gleek. I think his name's Gleek.
Yeah. They better have the pet monkey too.
Yeah. This one I've not talked about because I didn't know if it's true, but I think it is now. And this was like a month ago. But a Huntress film, a film about the Huntress. It is in early development. There's a twist, however. The twist is that this is going to be a foreign language film. Film will be entirely in Korean, and DC Studios is looking for Korean directors.
Whoa. I like
Yeah.
that.
So it's
First
like
that.
first
Oh.
comic book movie foreign film, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, some have like foreign language in it, but like
Yeah.
not to like the whole
And
point of the movie.
and have like foreign places of where it's been made, but
Yeah. So I'm interested how they're gonna do how they're gonna do this. But yeah, that's happening.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah. Strange Adventures, which we talked about, adapting Tom King's Strange Adventures. Mr. Terrific's going to be in it and everything. We talked about that.
Yeah.
And then the question. Yeah. All right. So that's all the rumored projects.
I like them all.
Yeah. I mean, hey, this is like.
Huntress is very interesting. I like that.
Yeah. And the next one, the final piece of DC news is some Lanterns news. One show that I keep saying like, man, I'm most looking forward to this. But like, I'm looking forward to it all, like very much.
Yeah.
But Lanterns is just like I'm looking forward to because we haven't had any Green Lantern content for a while, but good Green Lantern content like almost never.
Oh yeah. After this show has definitely got way above my radar now.
Yeah. According to DCEU leaks, Chris Mundy, showrunner for Ozark, which I've never seen, but I know people who have say it's good. And he's also a longtime writer and producer for Criminal Minds, which I have seen. It's a good show. Will be the showrunner for Lanterns. And in this series, we now know information about Hal and John, age-wise, and so Hal is going to be a veteran Lantern, and he will be older than John, and John will be in his 20s.
Cool. We get both. I love it.
If they're getting Criminal Minds, the Ozark guy, it's going to be heavy detective. Like, imagine it's a detective show, but with space cops. They go into like solving crimes and stuff.
It's actually gonna be pretty cool to see a cool.
Make it dark. I want it to be dark and gritty, kind of. Dark and gritty Green Lantern would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
But also colorful.
Oh yeah. I'm into that.
So that's exciting. And apparently James Gunn did say it ties into the overall story of the DCU, so we'll see what it sets up.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta be Blackest. I hope it's Blackest Night. Anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the end of the DC news. I have one piece of other news, and then I know we have a couple things for gaming, but I don't have them written down, so I'm just gonna have to try to remember them. I know you might maybe have some. It's something to do with Daredevil and Insomniac.
Oh
and,
yes.
There's something else, but It's completely
I
sad. Oh yeah, and there are a new writer for the Iron Man game or something like
yes.
that. First
I
off though,
thought we talked about that Iron Man writer last week.
did we?
Yes.
Okay, well then just the Insomniac thing.
Yeah, I remember because I couldn't fully say like who this was, but I remember we did eventually a track record and it was good.
Okay. So anyway, the other news, I know that I didn't put this on here, but Invincible season 2 drops next Thursday.
It's just say yes, yeah. So, well, Thursday or
episode?
Friday. But what
I
is
think it's Thursday because it's the same day that Loki and Gen V. have it.
Oh yeah, right.
This Thursday is gonna be crazy. I haven't watched season 1. I should probably do that this week leading up to it.
Yeah,
So I might do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Thursday is the season finale of Gen V. It's over basically. It's just crazy. It's
Oh,
really good. It's really good. I like it.
Mm.
It literally feels like The Boys. It feels like I haven't stopped watching The Boys, and it's just continuing on. It's like a little side story,
That's good. That's what.
and it's already tying into season 4. And from what I've seen, some characters from this are in season 4, and
Yeah.
it looks good.
Well, yeah, that's what you want in a spinoff. So that's great. Good to them.
Yeah. But I was to put out that the finale is Thursday. Show is insane. Always something crazy happening in it. Yeah. Also, not this week, this past week's episode, the week before, Soldier Boy showed up for a quick cameo. It was pretty cool. It was. I need to send you that scene.
Yeah, please do.
I can't repeat it.
Oh.
Show, but
It was-
literally any of it, I can't repeat any of it.
Yeah.
He had like 9 lines back to back, and all of them are not say 4.
Oh, great.
Like, he was naming off a bunch of stuff, like, and it was funny way it edited because he literally had almost 9 lines back to back. He's like, he said one thing, another, and it kept cutting to different angles while he was. He was funny.
Yeah, definitely send that.
But yeah, I thought I'd throw that in there. Yeah. All right, gaming.
Yes.
Do you remember what exactly it was? What they said with Daredevil?
It wasn't really much he said with it. During an IG interview, they were interviewing Brian Antahar, creative director of Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Let's get him on the
They
podcast.
point out the fact that you go to let's get him on the podcast. I'd love to have him on the podcast. You know, you have they talk about how the Nelson and Murdoch, they're building or whatever. Their names are gone off the thing. Is that a glitch? Is that a bug, or is that some story potential right there? And he just says all he says really is
he had a face first. He was sitting there kind of like looking around. He was like, because I guess he was. I don't know if he was like trying to like, should I tell them? Should I keep the secret?
Yeah,
or if it was like, I really don't know.
Yeah. All he said was what, like, stay tuned. That's all he said. Stay tuned.
Yeah, he just said stay tuned. And so everyone's saying what, DLC, which makes sense. I've actually been thinking about that. DLC with Daredevil makes sense because Kingpin, maybe he's trying to get out of prison, right? Going to court, and they're trying to keep him in prison because you don't want him out.
Yeah.
And maybe Spider-Man teams up with Daredevil. Daredevil's doing the court side of things. Spider-Man's trying to find evidence to Kingpin locked away. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could be happening here. He could just be lying, but
I mean, it's true. He doesn't lie because he also didn't lie about Eddie Brock.
Whatever. I was hoping as soon as I said that instance, I was like, oh god, I hope we don't mention Eddie Brock, not even Venom. But yeah, we'll see. I'm very excited because I'd love to see Daredevil. It's been a long time since we've seen him in game.
Very cool. I've also seen. I sent it to you. I don't know if you saw it. People making fake DLC posts.
I did see that. Yes.
Of Wolverine and Spider-Man. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's literally not even been a month, and there's already fake DLC blurry pictures.
Well, can't wait to see more.
The game still needs an update, like a big one. They put out a little update, but it needs like a bug fix.
I was gonna mention it. I'm in the middle of my second playthrough. I'll bring it up next week. Because I want to beat my second playthrough and I'll have my full thoughts. But I will say this. I'll leave this big tagline
Oh,
here,
mid. It's
and
gonna
then
say what?
stay tuned. I'll tell y'all stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm not gonna say mid, but I don't think the game is fully finished of what it needed to be.
It felt yeah.
And,
Well, I agree.
but I'll get more into that next week's episode. I'm gonna finish my second playthrough, and I'll definitely have everything together. What I need to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I ran into a bug. I sent you a picture of a floating car.
Or yeah.
But yeah, I ran into a
It's
few bugs. And plus, New Game Plus needs to happen too. So
yeah. I'll be into next week's episode.
okay.
Just-
But yeah, that's all I got. It's probably the shortest
Yep.
episode we've done in a while.
Yeah. I know it's. I'm not mentioning it today because of time, or because we have plenty of time, obviously. But I want to finish my second playthrough. That way I can have a full thought through it.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I guess we go ahead and get ready to get out of here.
Oh yeah.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us for this one. We talked about a decent amount of news. Most of it good, some of it bad. I'm trying to think anything. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404, or Instagram at the Comic Burrito _official page. Wait, no, sorry, wrong. That's wrong. Instagram at the Comic Burrito _official. Facebook at the Comic Burrito _official page, or Twitter at the CB Burrito, capital C, capital B Burrito.
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms, and yeah, I want to come on over and talk more about Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, you can tell we're tired.
Yeah, very.
Little update of what's
my mouth. I was like, crap, I gotta move this to the side. So I had a weird accent, old country sounding.
Country accent. Namor. Sorry. So that's a t-shirt.
That negative 50 days.
Yep, and Landon's dongle.
Landon's dongle, yeah.
All right. A little update of what's coming up that you guys want to be on the lookout for. This is out on Monday the 30th. Happy early Halloween. Also, Wednesday will be our review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So definitely go check that out. And then the following week will be The Boys Season 3. And sprinkled in between will be some streams. I finished Callisto Protocol. I'm moving on to Alien Isolation. That's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna stream that, and I don't know if you have anything planned.
I do plan on doing Marvel Spider-Man 2 here at some point. I might be starting that this week, maybe. I don't know yet. Yeah,
I know you're kind of waiting for that new game plus.
Yeah, because I always like every time I do a game, but it's not really a legacy run, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm just waiting to Game Plus that I can just switch through different outfits throughout the game.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what we'll do.
All right. But yeah, with that being said, we are gonna go ahead and get out of here. And we will catch you all in the next one. Bye guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!